Yo, welcome back to another episode of Assassin 4. Hey, man, I hope y'all got two styrofoam cups filled with that purple, because you know what time it is. It's time for that March Madness, baby. Let's get it.
Yeah.
After another special season, a lot of matchups, a lot of basketball, a lot of interconference game. We finally had got to the point where you can start betting on some parlays and filling out some bracket challenges so you can get to that paper. So it's only right that the fellas, hey man, it's March Madness, baby. We here. Let's get to it, man. So first of all, I just want to say, Dave, you mentioned it in the chat. First, the conference tournaments alone already set the stage up because there was some a lot of games going on, meaningful games too, because some teams was playing for their lives, and you can tell in those conference tournaments. And now we got the field of 68. As we're recording this, we're down to our final teams that's going to be getting into the field of 64. So without further ado, let me introduce everybody. First of all, what's good with my man D. Dr. Esquire Dave.
Hey man, what's up, y'all? Man, I'm just ready to break down some brackets, talk hoops, dirty soda in the styrofoam. Spent the day getting my mind blown. You already know what it is, man.
Of course. I see. Hey, look, man, he there in the booth, y'all. Y'all better be ready. And then of course, I got my man C Note. What's good with you, man?
I'm chilling. Just those beautiful words that just brought a smile to my heart. Thank you, Dr. Esquire, for preaching the words of future.
Dress it up and make it real for you, bro. Whatever that fucking means.
See, here we go. I told y'all before we even started. I told y'all. Man.
Oh man, I can't even type in my password for this.
See, because they knew. And now, without further ado, we got 910's finest, our boy BT. What's good with you, man?
I'm chilling, man. Whatever that means, bro. You feel me? But yeah, I'm just chilling.
For everybody that be listening, tuning in, viewing us and everything, we ain't going to be going too hard. And we're really just going to be breaking down some of these NCAA discussions. We're going to be discussing this bracket and everything. So, shoot, without further ado, we can pull that joint up. Yeah, man. So, I know as we speaking right now, well, shoot, is Xavier playing Texas at the moment yet? That game started yet, right?
No, it ain't started yet.
Yeah, so I know we got Texas versus Xavier going on. Shoot, just for the fun of it, before we even get into it, who y'all got winning that joint?
I got Texas, man. I got Texas just because they had that big win over Texas A&M. They got a good amount of quad one wins.
Yeah,
you know, so I feel like, and they come from the SEC, battle tested. Every game in the SEC is has like tournament, like implications,
Yeah.
So I feel like they're battle tested. Xavier, Xavier's tough. They play. The only times I've seen Xavier play like a few games in the Big East. I know like when they played UConn, they played us tough.
yeah.
I think they're well coached. They're always. Last year they had a very down year. The year before they were a tournament team. So I just feel like Texas is just more battle tested. I feel like they're more ready to be able to get in to get past the first four to get into the tournament.
Right. Now I think I picked Texas, but I can see if Xavier win this game only because you talk about Texas being battle tested. Sometimes that can be a team's downfall because you just played so many competitive games, and we know the SEC tournament was competitive in itself. And Texas, just the emotional toll it took just to make sure they got into the field of 68. So I feel like this could be a mental game for Texas. But they do got, like, as you know, Dickie V would say, a PTP and Trey Johnson, who's like a top 5, top 6 prospect for this upcoming NBA draft. So kind of want to see how he performs when the lights were bright, kind of see if he can raise his draft stock. So it would be interesting. But like you said, Dave, Xavier is not a team that you want to sleep on at all. Honestly, I feel like this might have been the toughest matchup for the play-in going into this tournament. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all plays out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so I mean, whoever gets out of that game has, could possibly win the next one against Illinois.
Mm.
I mean, we'll talk into we'll talk about some of these teams that have been in the first four that could possibly make some deep runs into maybe the Sweet 16 or the Elite Eight. But I think Texas may be one of those teams. I mean, they've been to the Elite. Their coach has been to the Elite Eight before. I mean, he's led this Texas team to the Elite Eight before. Probably should have went to the Final Four that year. They lost to Miami. And like this bracket, they get past Illinois, they could possibly face Kentucky, and then they get past Kentucky. You might be playing Tennessee. You might not be. You might be playing UCLA.
Yeah, I mean, since we brought it up, let's just start there. Let's start in this Midwest, man. So, like you said, the winner of this Texas Xavier game is going to the Midwest region. They're gonna have to play Illinois. I'm looking at this bracket right now. We got Houston as the number 1 seed, Tennessee's the 2 seed. Then we got Kentucky as a 3 seed, Purdue. So it's a lot of interesting matchups because, I'm looking at Clemson at number 5. I know it was a down year in the ACC, but past couple of years, Clemson has been winning a lot of games with their new coach and everything. They seem like a team that you don't want to be sleeping on as well. But I guess the only question is because the reason John Calipari is coaching for another team was because Kentucky has underperformed in the last few tournaments that they've been a part of. They've been pretty much one and done, getting upset. And they got a matchup against Troy. Does Pope finally get them a quality win in this March Madness tournament? And is there a path for Kentucky to kind of make it to at least the Elite Eight this year?
I think so. Just because, well, it depends on a few things. Well, it depends on health. Like Lamont Butler has been dealing with an injury. That's the transfer from San Diego State. He's the one that hit that shot in the Final Four against Florida Atlantic. So they're a team that's very balanced as far as like they have some freshmen, they have upperclassmen. We always know that Kentucky in the past with Calipari has had a bunch of freshmen as the core players on their team. This time is different with Mark Pope. They brought in a lot of transfers, a lot of guys that have had experience in the tournament, have had experience in big games. So I don't expect this team to lose to Troy. It'll be funny as hell if they lose to Troy. It'll be hilarious if they lose to Troy.
I'll say it's going to be ugly for somebody we know. Kentucky losing the first round again this year.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Hilarious. It'll be hilarious.
That's all I'm going to say.
But if Kentucky, I think Kentucky can get to the Elite Eight possibly. Let's say like Kentucky advances and plays like Illinois or something. I don't think Illinois hasn't really shown me enough during the year.
They some bluff. I ain't gonna hold you.
Yeah.
They some bluffs. They some bluffs, man.
Enough. And I know they got that Lithuanian dude, point guard dude. He's supposed to be a first round pick, but I feel like he'll get past them. And then you might possibly play Tennessee in the Sweet 16. And Tennessee is they're a strong 2 seed. I don't think they're the strongest 2 seed. That I feel like Kentucky can beat Tennessee. Like on a neutral court, I feel like Kentucky can beat Tennessee.
I don't.
I feel like it go either way, but like Tennessee's a really good team.
I give it to Tennessee because, I mean, first of all, I'm looking at these 2 seeds, and it's just crazy that we got 2 seeds with over, like, I think Michigan State has the least, St. John has the least amount with 4, but that kind of makes sense. But everybody else has 6, and then we're going to get to the East region, but Alabama is a 2 seed with 8 losses, and Tennessee 7. That just shows you how like the SEC, how competitive it was this year, where these are teams that was like slated at number 1 overall during the year, like top 5, top 10 throughout the year. We never seen teams with 5 losses still be in the top 5. So that just shows you like the quality of competition that's going on in the SEC. So for them to still have a couple of number 2 seeds just shows you how strong the SEC was. But
That's what I was
me,
gonna actually touch base on, like with the SEC being so strong. Like honestly, it wouldn't shock me if we get like a 3 seed or even like a 4 seed, like depending on who it may be, to come out of there. Because obviously, like how we talked about before, SEC been beating up on each other like literally all season, and they ranked all over the place. So like it wouldn't shock me anybody coming out of the SEC.
yeah, my rule of thumb is in Dave. You can salute it, 'cause, UConn being a Big East. We're in that year when Big East had like a whole bunch of teams in that tournament, and then it just didn't amount to nothing. It's because when you beat up on each other, and then you're used to a certain style. Because Big East back in the day was like grind out, guard play, bigs, and everything like that. Then you play a different opponent where it's just like small ball, like different types of zone, press and everything. You're going to get a little shell shock because it's like, oh, we used to playing like a certain style for the last like 2-3 months. So now it's like a different ball game. So I won't be surprised that we see a lot of SEC teams lose early on, just cause it's like, okay, this is a tournament. Anything can happen. Ain't no tomorrow. So if you don't come with your best game today, then it is what it is at this point. But
they put in like what 14, 15 teams,
like 14 or something.
Yeah, they might.
Yeah, they got 14. Yeah, they got 14.
Yeah.
4 or 5 are probably going to drop off this weekend. 4 or 5.
Not yet, BT. Not yet. Not yet. Okay. So, looking at this Midwest region, there's 2 questions I have. The first question I want to have: who is your like surprise team that can I'm not necessarily saying Cinderella, but who's a surprise team looking at this Midwest region that you could be like, you can kind of see them making the distance if certain things go their way?
Yeah, Midwest. Go ahead, BT with it, because
I'm trying to pull it up real quick. I can see it on the screen, but I can barely see it. So I'm about to go on my phone real quick.
I think that
I'm not gonna hold you, bro. I'm not gonna hold you. And I'm not just saying it because they're in the ACC, but I think Clemson might can do something, bro.
Yeah.
I was looking at it. I was like,
I was about to say them, for some reason, I paid a little bit of attention to McNeese State. They come from the Southland Conference. I've been paying attention to whether they can possibly upset Clemson. I don't think it can happen. I think Clemson went to the Elite Eight, right, last year.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah.
I think they can make. If they play Houston in the Sweet 16, that's going to be interesting. But also, Houston might lose to Gonzaga in the second round.
That was my. I was like, they had a down year. Consider how Gonzaga usually plays during the years under Mark Few, especially after we saw them have a dominant win over Baylor earlier the year. I thought they finally found some athleticism on this team that kind of compete and kind of shore up some weaknesses that we saw out of Gonzaga over the past few years. But I think they're a team they can't sleep on because Houston is good, but sometimes Houston gets in these like offensive droughts that concerns me. That concerns me. So it's like in theory, Houston's always eligible to be like they can always see themselves being like an Elite Eight or Final Four team. But those offensive droughts really be killing them sometimes. So I could see them if Gonzaga beats Georgia, I could see them being the first number 1 seed again drop if they play Gonzaga, just because you got good coaching over there. It's first of all, both of them got good coaches, but Mark Few, I just feel like he has a little bit more experience because he's been having different types of teams. He's been coaching each player, and again, now he has athleticism, so he can implement probably better defense, and they won't get punked on the board, so they won't get punked in transition. So Gonzaga, even though they're a name that I hate saying because of high school, but we're not going to get to that. but I really feel like Gonzaga can surprise people in this side of bracket.
Hey, another and one thing that people may not be picking unless they really believe in that school, but something that you might want to watch out for. And this is a game that's coming on early Thursday afternoon. Hey, watch out! Purdue is on upset alert.
I was about to say that.
Good. Fuck
That's
them.
what I say. I think High Point gonna beat them boys, man.
I think High Point gonna beat Purdue. Yeah,
I think so too.
I think I picked that out of spite. Hold on, let me check.
And
hey,
like,
yo,
I sure did.
You've been on their top for like 2 years now, bro.
Bruh, because they got another dude that won Player of the Year. I'm like, how? What are they doing?
Oh, was it Braden Smith?
Yes.
Oh, what?
Like, son, what are we doing?
What in the Big Ten?
In the Big Ten, son.
Oh, what? Over even McQueen and
all of them.
Who else?
All of them. Don't matter.
Over
all of them.
Over
all of them.
All of them. Michigan State.
All of them.
Wisconsin.
All of them. All of them. All of them.
Damn, dude.
I need a downfall to be televised. Yes, I'm hating. Terp Nation, by the way. Y'all see the hoodie, man. I need to see the downfall.
Nah, I feel like that's about to happen. I mean, like the 7-10 matchup, UCLA, Utah State. I got Utah State like beating them. Like
UCLA be too up and down, and then when you got a coach out here complaining about a lot of stuff, man, like I don't know, man. We'll see, but I wouldn't be surprised if Utah State beat UCLA either. I ain't gonna hold you.
But y'all think Tennessee y'all think Tennessee gonna come out this region?
It's a strong possibility.
They're my favorites because, just like I said, because of Houston's inefficient like they picked the worst times not to be able to score. So I understand their record's 30-4 and everything. It's a legit record, but if Houston had an offense, I'd be damn near be like they one of my favorites to win this whole damn thing if they had a consistent offense. I'm gonna be real with you, but they say defense wins championships. So if their defense is right and they hold their opponents to under their averages and everything, hey, they're always going to be in the ball game. So we're just going to have to see. But to me, the favorite to come out of that region will be Tennessee. That's my pick.
Yeah. Actually, I got Tennessee knocking off Houston. I didn't have Houston leaving early, so I actually got them going home in the Elite Eight.
Yeah, me too. I got Tennessee coming out the region.
Yeah, I got the same.
All right. Yeah. So shoot, while we got some time, while we were on our colleague T, man, let's look at this West region, man.
The West region?
The West region, which is looking like the best region, because goddamn, this shit got everybody in this motherfucker region, man.
Yeah.
Like,
it's really a take your pick. They're gonna be beating up on each other.
That's why I'm like,
hey, this is so the one thing that for sure is a surefire that stands out to me. Drake is beating Missouri. Drake is beating Missouri. Drake and not
only when Drake getting this year.
Yeah. BT beat me with the bar, man. I was about to no, we're gonna go with that one. We're gonna go with that one.
I thought the book was missing. I thought Dave took the book. I really thought Dave took the book. BT had it. Okay.
Hey, Corey.
Hey man, we all know they got bars in the 910. We know that, man. We know that for sure.
Hey, you already know.
That man stayed cold. That man stayed cold.
Facts.
But yeah, man. But look, y'all. I'm just going through this. You have Florida, who won the SEC tournament as the number 1 seed. St. John's, who won the Big East tournament and the Big East at the number 2 seed. Then you have Texas Tech, who has a DeMatha guard, Elijah Hawkins. Shout out to DeMatha as the number 3 seed. Then you got my Terps. Shout out to Maryland Terps as the number 4 seed. You got Memphis, who won their conference as the 5th seed. And then, despite all that, you got Kansas as the 7th seed. Mm-hmm. The 2-time defending champ, Dave's UConn as the 8th seed. Mm-hmm. Then you got John Calipari in the Arkansas Razorbacks as the 10th seed. And then, like Dave and BT alluded to, Drake, 30-3 is the 11th seed. This bracket is this side of the bracket is hell.
Also, people sleep on the Mountain West a lot, but Colorado State is really good.
Yeah, I thought we was playing them first. I'm glad Memphis playing them, but Colorado State, Memphis on upset alert. Yeah. Memphis is on upset alert.
Colorado State, like there might be
they got a couple of ballers over there on that team that Memphis need to be on upset alert.
Yeah,
Penny, get ready, man.
I think Memphis, Missouri, man. This is like a sleeper type of upset. I think UNC Wilmington might beat Texas Tech.
Ooh,
look, it's one of those that
everybody better not sleep on their opponent because of their seedings. Like,
because I better say like with Maryland, y'all get past Grand Canyon. I don't know how good Grand Canyon. I know they won their first round matchup last year. I don't know how good they are this year.
I don't sleep on anybody that makes it to the tournament because it's one and done. It's all about matchups. And what my only concern about Maryland is because I think we got one of the best starting fives throughout the whole country. Mm-hmm. It's just we don't have scoring come off the bench. We have good defense people coming off the bench, but we have lack of scoring. We don't have like that 6 man that can get at least 10 points coming off the bench that kind of like sustain the offensive flow. Like our offense is dependent on our starting five with Rice, Queen, Reese, Galipsy, and Miguel. So like we too starting five dependent, but if those starting five is clicking, then we can be. I damn near say we can play with anybody, and not only in this region but anywhere else in this NCAA bracket. But we just gotta make sure we stay consistent on offense and bring the effort. But yeah, our bench is not. It's lackluster at the moment because we just don't have that scoring punch coming off it.
Yeah, nah, that's true.
But Derek Queen like that.
No, that nigga nice.
Like that.
Shout out to the Crab Five. Shout out to the Crab Five, man.
You already know, son. You already know, son.
I was say like I'd rather lose to Florida than play y'all, man. I say that. Like I don't want to lose to y'all like we did 4 years ago.
I about to say, ain't we the last team that beat y'all in the tournament?
Nah. It was actually New Mexico State.
Damn. Okay.
It was actually New Mexico State because y'all beat us. Man, but that should have been expected when y'all beat us, man. We were led by a crackdown. We were led by James Fortnite, man. We had no chance, bro. And then the following year, we were like a 7 seed. We lost to a 10. New Mexico State was a 10. This dude Teddy Allen just went off on us, and man, that's at the point where I was like, man, Dan Hurley, we might have to get you up out of here, yo. Like something's not working. But they went and won two straight championships. I would say I'm focused on Oklahoma right now. But if we get past Florida, I'm gator chopping on here. If we get past Florida. If we get past Florida, I'm gator chopping on here.
Okay, so I was going to ask you, like, understandably, this is not the season that people kind of expected from UConn, 2-time defending champ. And we know that y'all lost a lot of players over the last couple of seasons to the draft or going overseas or graduating. It's like, because I understand you say if there is a possibility y'all could beat Florida. So I'm not going to take out that random as a possibility. But really, how far, like, what does UConn have to do and make a deep run in this tournament? I'd say like that. What do y'all have to do to make that run?
Yeah, so I say that our team, like we have talent. We have vets. Mm-hmm. We have guys that have been there before. Obviously, like with Alex Caravan and Diarra, Samson, guys that are starting now and guys that come off the bench. We have guys that have been there before. We have bigs. We have guys that block that can rim protect. We lead the league in blocks per game. We have the experience. We have the coaching. The one key ingredient that is missing is guard play. That is the key ingredient that is missing.
Ah, shit.
And speaking of guard play.
That nigga T, bro.
Shout out to T. That is the one thing.
Bro? My goat.
What's up, T?
The biggest goddamn
Charlotte. The one thing that needs to happen, that needs to be exceptional, if UConn wants to even think about getting to the Sweet 16 or even further, the guard play has to be better than what it's been all season.
Yeah.
Last but not least, like in the previous 2 years, we've been really able to like move the ball on offense and generate a lot of points and just be very complete. We had really good perimeter defense. This year, we struggle guarding the 3-point line. We're like in the top 40 when it comes to 3-pointers allowed, like in the country. So so we haven't been good in that aspect, which is why like we lost to teams like Memphis, like we're able to just like shoot crazy against us. We had like some bad losses to like Colorado and Dayton and Seton Hall. So like that has to be better in order for us, because Florida is probably the best team, the best team that's ready for the tournament. Like they're the most complete team. Like I say them. I guess maybe Auburn. But I think Florida's better than Auburn. So, Florida seems like the most complete team. So, all the like guard play and defense has to be a lot better for us if we're gonna even make some noise.
To your point, Dave, Florida legit goes too deep at every position.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're extremely deep. They're extremely deep.
Pause.
Yeah.
Paul, yeah, I bet.
Yeah.
You got it.
I was like, you know what? I ain't even gonna be that guy.
That was wild. That was wild. But they have a lot of they have some experience. Like they got one of the guys from the Florida Atlantic team that went to the Final Four. He's been a big contributor. I know Clayton Jr. I think that he was a Player of the Year candidate in the SEC. So I mean they I saw them a bit in the SEC tournament. They got different ways they can beat you. They can beat you in the paint. They can beat you in the 3-point line. They're really good.
Yeah. And so Tia, since we got you on here, and I'm a fan of ignorance, we got St. John's as the number 2 seed in this West region with Ray Pitino as the coach. He was doing the NIL before the NIL was legal. What's your thoughts on St. John's, and like how far you think this team can go? Because as you know, there's a lot of transfers that came in, and this is a pretty solid deep team. So like, what's your thoughts on St. John's, and how far you think they can go depending on matchups?
Depending on matchups and best case scenario, I would say Elite 8, because they're in the same bracket as Florida, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say Elite 8. If they play Florida, I think it'll be a close game because St. John's, they play with grit, and Rick Pitino is an all-time college basketball coach, one of the few legends we have left in the coaching ranks that's still coaching.
Yeah.
But they could also potentially get beat in the second round, especially if he plays John Calipari in Arkansas, because, if you know anything about the coaches that we have out there, legends, that for a period of time when Pitino was at Louisville and Calipari was at Kentucky, that was about as heated of rivalry as you get in college basketball, and those coaches know each other well. And Boogie Fland is back for Arkansas, so in the tournament it's about coaching and guard play, and they have the coaching. Like you said, they have pretty good depth. I would say Elite 8. I think, like you said, Dave, earlier when I jumped in, Florida is probably the most complete team and playing the best at the moment. They legit go too deep at every position. They can play a lot of different styles of basketball, and I would think that Florida would squeak by St. John's in the Elite 8 matchup, but I feel like it would be competitive. But Rick Pitino is doing a hell of a job there. I don't like his idea of joining the Big East and ACC as a super basketball conference, but we can talk about that a whole nother episode, because Rick Pitino and even Coach K were talking about like the ACC and Big East like becoming a super conference, just in basketball. But yeah, St. John's, they have a chance to do something in this tournament for sure.
Okay. So, it's crazy because, I watched IndyCast and everything, and to my surprise, he actually had Maryland come out of his bracket. And there is a path because I know it has to be like some teams getting knocked out that we probably don't see and everything. But me personally, if I'm not being biased, this bracket seems like it's between Florida, St. John's, and then like a sleeper team like because of coaching UConn, Kansas, and Arkansas. All because like you still got some legendary coaches still there. They know they've been part of this tournament for a lot of years and everything. I think Kyle Perry, he just has to get over that hump because the last few appearances he's been one and done. And now his first test is going against Bill Self in Kansas. So we just gonna have to see how that matchup go. But before we leave this region, like anybody just have a feeling who they might think coming out of this region? Just a quick pick. No, we don't need no experts.
Florida.
I got Florida, dog.
I got Florida when it's all said and done. St. John's will be make a run to the Elite Eight. The thing that will be their downfall is that they do not shoot the ball well. They're not consistent with shooting the ball well. They play really good defense. They have guys that have gone to the tournament before but have not made deep runs.
Right.
But they'll Patino will have those guys ready on a defensive end, but offensively they do not shoot the ball well. That will be the downfall.
Right. All right, cool. So going from the best of the West in this region, we're gonna go to the least of the East, because in my opinion, this is probably the weakest side of the bracket. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm not even trying to be a Marylander right now. I'm just being real with you. I'm just being real. I look at this East region, and I really don't see no threat to Duke outside Alabama and Cooper Flagg's injury. And that's about it. And that's about it. Because I don't trust Wisconsin. I don't trust Wisconsin. St. Mary's is always a nice story. I don't know how the fuck Vanderbilt got here, but I guess it's SEC ties. Liberty is a cool story. The matchup of the tournament might be between Mississippi State and Baylor, but outside of that, I guess to me, it seems like in this region we're just seeing how many games does Cooper Flag play if he don't play the first game, and how far are we just looking at an eventual, if there's no upsets between them, are we just looking at a potential Duke versus Alabama in the Elite Eight in this bracket?
I want to puke, dog.
I know. Oh yeah,
yeah. What I've been picking, Duke and Alabama. It's so weak. Like honestly, yo, this is the one region where I can see 4 double-digit seed teams getting past the first round. I can see Liberty beating Oregon. I can see Akron beating Arizona, VCU beating BYU, and Vanderbilt beating St. Mary's.
I actually got stock in BYU. I see them play a few games. I think that they might be like the one threat, like you said, they might lose to VCU, but I think they're the one threat to like an Alabama because they do got some players over there. We know they got a draft prospect over there as well, but you know they play with some physicality as well. And the last couple of games I've seen them, they beat the brakes of teams like Baylor and stuff like that. So I will put some stock in BYU, but do I think are they good enough to beat Alabama? I don't know, but I mean, what's y'all thoughts, man? Because I mean, honestly, I feel like I already broke down this region for real.
I mean,
there's really nothing to say. It's the Duke. It's Duke is Final Four or bust. Like if Duke can't get out of this region, then we're going to have to take a real hard look at John Sharp if you're a Duke fan.
The only thing that I think, and I don't think it's gonna happen, bro. But the only person I think that can give him a run that's not scared of them niggas is Caleb Love in Arizona.
Yeah.
But even Arizona as a team don't have enough because Duke already beat them earlier this year. But I know Caleb Love is not scared of Duke. You know what I'm saying? So if he can have like a 30-point game against them fools and make it close, it can make things interesting, bro.
Watch out for Baylor too. Watch out for Baylor. I don't think Baylor's going to beat Duke, but Jeremy Roach is a former Duke player on Baylor, and VJ Edcomb's a top 5 pick, but I don't think Baylor has enough.
I was going to say, if there's anything to watch out of this region, there are some like quality draft picks in this region. Like you got VJ, you got the BYU. You know, Alabama got a couple prospects on there. Duke got a few prospects. So if there was like a region where it's like if you got a team that you're looking for possible draft prospect, if you got multiple picks, this is the one to watch, in my opinion. Because if there's gonna be some talent in this region.
Yeah, but the NCAA knew what they was doing, bro. They want to see Duke in the Final Four, so they gave them the easiest path to get to the Final Four. We know what y'all doing, niggas. Y'all niggas ain't slick, bro. y'all ain't slick, man. I get it though. You know, Duke revenue, they bring TV ratings and all that stuff.
They put all their ops in the West region, man.
That's crazy. That's real life.
Yes.
No, because like, I'm not even trying to be funny. It's like I'm looking at it. It's like I literally see holes in all these teams outside Alabama.
And then you know what pissed me off even more, yo? In the Final Four, they won't even see Florida in the Final Four. They see Houston or whoever come out of that region. That pissed me off even worse, bro. I'm like, get them Florida in the Final Four, bro. Like,
I will say, I think
Tennessee.
If they see, I think Tennessee would give them some comp though.
I think Tennessee give them some comp too.
I think Tennessee would give them some comp though.
Because Tennessee got them guards.
Yeah.
They got them guards over there in Tennessee, and they have.
And the one thing we know about Duke is, and it's funny because that's how they really lost all these 3 games. When the game is tight, and you got to put a Coop, and they give the ball to Cooper Flat down the stretch, he always try to do this little spin move joint in the middle of the paint, and they collapse it and they catch that joint, and then it's like either a turnover or a bad shot. So unless Shire figures another game plan out down the stretch with that, I really feel like a team like Tennessee can beat them if that's who they match up in the Final Four. So, but I think Alabama will be a tough test for them as well. I think Alabama can give them some comp too.
Yeah, my only hope, and I hate to say this, is I can't stand them niggas, bro. I can't stand their coach. I don't got them niggas to play.
I've been waiting for you to say it.
I don't like their coach, man.
Yeah, oatmeal.
Damn, BT, you lost the book already.
They took it back, bro. I just had to get one
oatmeal
bar.
Is crazy. Oatmeal is crazy.
Good, great.
Yeah, fellas, I'm on limited time, so I'm gonna go ahead and take the wheel real quick before I gotta bounce. John Rothstein to Seth Davis.
Yep.
To all you bitch ass niggas.
Yep.
How'd you like that ass whooping last night?
Let's talk about it.
Hey, UNC fans, talk about it. Let me know, man. Let me know.
Let's talk about it though.
Hey yo, all I know is at one point UNC was up by 40 at one point.
Yep. I'll say this: not only did we win last night, we're gonna beat Ole Miss on Friday.
I can see. Yeah.
Because Ole Miss, I mean, UNC is a dangerous team because you have RJ Davis who was on that Final Four team. You have a couple guys that went to the Sweet 16 last year. And hold up, real quick, cause I saw a stat earlier. I'm about to pull it up because everybody wants to talk about these metrics.
I know that
in the last 30 days, according to this guy Nick Bracketology, in the last 30 days, UNC's been playing at a top 15 level. It says that San Diego State stood no chance. And it doesn't look like Ole Miss is going to fare much better. Iowa State in round 32 should be extremely close. But Iowa State's kind of been, Iowa State's kind of iffy right now.
Their best player is out. Like that, at least their first game, he's out.
So John Rothstein and Seth Davis and Stephen A. Smith and whoever else, what you gonna say when UNC's in the Sweet 16? What y'all gonna say when we're in the Sweet 16?
Hey, look, I go even further. UNC might make it to the Elite Eight because you might play a possible Michigan State. If Michigan
we should have beat them. We should have beat them early in the year.
Yep.
I'm saying.
I think y'all better. I think y'all a better team now than y'all were early in the year. So I think y'all. The only issue y'all have to solve is y'all can't have slow first halves because that's what killed y'all in those games that y'all lost. Because second half y'all came with it, and then it just y'all didn't have enough time. If y'all had maybe like 2 more minutes at the end of all those games that y'all lost early in the year, y'all would have won them joints. But that first half, y'all dig too deep a hole for y'all to come back in the joint. If y'all did it against Duke in the ACC tournament, but if y'all could like at least stay close in first half and still keep that same energy in the second half, y'all honestly one of the most dangerous team because, like I said, guard play. Y'all got good guard, and so because honestly, only thing y'all have to avoid is teams that got good rebounding. Because we know the interior is not as good still this late in the season, but NCAA tournament guard play, anything can happen if you're hitting your shots from outside. So
yeah, but there's a path, like you said, for UNC to make a deep tournament run, and for all that noise and stuff, like, and then somebody talking about Dan Wilkin talking about hope UNC brings their lunch. Man, we took San Diego State's lunch and spat that bullshit right back out, bro. Belt to ass.
And you know what else? The last time San Diego State had somebody score 80 points on them was like 20 years ago. And UNC put up 95. You know what I'm saying? So what's up, bro?
You know what's funny about this whole situation, man? So everybody was mad about UNC, and then you got niggas like West Virginia that's out here suing the NCAA. Meanwhile, your coach left West Virginia just to coach at Indiana now. So it's like
nasty work.
Hey man, it was only right to do some shicey work during St. Patrick's Day. If you know, you know.
These niggas, they knew they didn't want to see UNC in the tournament, bro. You know what I'm saying?
You don't,
but it's all
bro.
good.
Cause look at how this bracket is, bro. And I'll point you guys' attention to something. Okay, Auburn gets to the second round. Let's say they play Louisville. That game is in Lexington, Kentucky.
Yep.
Louisville's not that far away.
Nope. And Auburn's lost there in the last 4, so are we really sure that Auburn's going to get out of this bracket?
And then also look at this. Like Yale is like one of the best Ivy League teams we've seen in a while. They can beat Texas A&M. The same thing with UC San Diego. I think Michigan could get past UC San Diego, but that's going to be a tough matchup. UNC it is not far-fetched for UNC to make it to the Final Four.
It's not, but I ain't going that far yet.
I'm gonna go that far. We only have this one. We only have this.
Hey, no, fuck that.
Moment.
Fuck that. We can do it.
Nah, you know what? We're going to the Final Four. What y'all talking about, bro.
I'm just saying, like.
Nah, it's definitely a path. I said the Elite 8 for sure. I said the Elite 8 when I seen the bracket. I said UNC going to the Elite 8 for sure. But if Auburn end up losing to one of these teams, bro, it's not far-fetched. And UNC could beat Auburn and keep it a stack. They should have beat them niggas earlier. But like Dre said, that first half killed them. They walked them down in the second half, but the first half killed them against Auburn. You know what I'm saying? So.
And then look, even if Auburn gets past Louisville, let's say Texas A&M is able to get to the Sweet 16. That's a tough matchup. A familiar opponent.
I'm gonna hold you. I'm putting stock in Michigan, and it's just me. It's just me watching the Big Ten a lot. Like Michigan got these 2 7-footers that if they're not going into the draft this year, they're going to be people on people's radars soon because they're starting to be in that mode of doing everything type thing like Joker and everything where they can bring the ball up the court, they can pass, they can play in the post and stuff like that. Michigan is a sleeper team for me in this bracket because of the style play that they have and because of those 2 7-footers.
You're talking about Danny Wolf and the Florida Atlantic transfer. I know you.
But fellas, I gotta hop off, but I had to get that off, man. But y'all know what to do, bro. Like, subscribe, follow us on all the platforms. See me in Noda. Come get these slushies.
Shout out to the iceberg, man.
Shout out to the
Stay icy.
I got specials for you. Come pull up on me, man.
Good work, my boy.
Especially got some spice in you, if you know what I mean, bro.
Oh my!
Hey, come on.
Stephen A.T. over here.
Hey man. Hey, he got his own March Madness specials at the Iceberg.
You already know.
But yeah, bro, y'all know what to do, man. Support the fellas, bro. Y'all do work, man. I'll catch y'all on the next one, bro.
But yeah, I ain't gonna lie. From the outside looking in, it was just funny seeing like going down Twitter, on Facebook, and everything, all the outcry about UNC making the tournament and everything, and people could make some good points. But then I was like, over West Virginia, yes. Over Indiana, yes. Like I just didn't see where the big issue with, especially you will see y'all was on a run literally into that Duke game in the ACC tournament, and y'all almost won. Y'all was literally like after missing a free throw, and was it the right call? Yeah, but like we seen lane violations all the time and shit. Like it was just one of those calls. Like I don't want the game to end. It was one of those like the game necessarily shouldn't have ended on something like that. Like let them let
bullshit like that.
Especially in the Duke UNC rivalry. Let the game end with them playing the game, not on like technicalities and stuff. But you know,
and I'm gonna keep it a stack too, bro. I know everybody was mad at Jalen Willis for that, but that one play didn't lose that game, bro. Yeah. They missed 8 free throws. You know what I'm saying? They went
again that first half.
The first half, man. They only hit 3 3-pointers, and that came from one person. RJ was cold the whole night. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So everybody was mad at Withers. That one play didn't lose that game, bro. They lost that game as a team, bro. So, but it is what it is.
And I say this like as far as like the bubble situation, like I mean, what people get snubbed every year. Like West Virginia, you're not going to be the first to get snubbed. You're not going to be the last. Like,
sure enough.
And West Virginia, also, like, keep in mind, you didn't do yourself any favors either. You lost in the first round to last place Colorado in the Big 12. They lost in the
first round of conference tournament.
Like right before the quarterfinals. Yeah, they lost.
Yeah.
And keep it a stack, bro. Who you want to see? You want to see UNC or you want to see West Virginia? Come on now.
Yeah, it was
going to be UNC.
Basically, man. Yeah.
Come on, bro. Like, keep it a stack, bro.
But UNC should be thanking their lucky stars they beat UCLA back in December. That was the only
that and then a lot of these other conference tournaments they chalked out. Like there wasn't no real surprising teams. Like if UAB would beat Memphis, y'all was gonna be out.
Shout out Penny Hardaway, dog.
If Boise State would have won the Mountain West, UNC wouldn't be there.
Yeah. So y'all did have some fortunate breaks going for you.
It was some luck. Well, God bless for real.
So, but look, man, I'm not mad at UNC being in this joint. Honestly, it makes the tournament better. It's going to make it interesting because people were upset because people don't want to see y'all. Let's just call it what it is. Like people get upset when they fear, but niggas like me, I don't fear shit, bro. When we in the big dance, I ain't scared of nobody. We just gotta make sure we prepare. We just gotta prepare everybody, take care of business. Shout out to my boy Rice, another DeMatha grad. You know, DeMatha all in this tournament, man. American University, man. Like, you know, we got players all these regions, man. We gonna. I hope they show out, man. But yeah, dog. I feel like this tournament is gonna be one of those ones just off the strength. Like the very first game was dramatic as hell between Alabama State and St. Francis. So if that was just a teaser, what we going to see going into tomorrow and this weekend, boys, we in for a hell of a ride, and I can't wait.
Yeah, man.
And shout out Alabama State, man. HBC.
Yeah, shout out to Alabama State, man.
State, bro.
You know they pulled the JD5 Hail Mary trick out the bag to get that dub last night, man. It was good. It was good to see. Everything to the fumble ball falling right into the player's hand. They did everything. They
did, bro. Like that had some luck in it. That was some Hilda Leitner type stuff.
Yeah, but man, I'm really looking forward to this tournament, man. So we're really getting to the thick of thing. I guess before since we got a little bit of time, so we just for the East, it should be Duke coming out of this region. It's Duke or Alabama coming out of this region. We say Tennessee for the Midwest. Florida, that West is going to be a gauntlet, but people are favoring Florida. When it comes to the South region, realistically, who should be that team? Because Auburn is good, but they're beatable. Like if they see Louisville, I'm not looking over that Auburn Louisville matchup if that's the matchup we get in the Sweet 16. I mean around the 32. So Texas A&M, I'm not sold on Texas A&M like that. I'm gonna be honest with you. They could surprise me, but I'm not sold on Texas A&M. Michigan State. My problem with Izzo is when you expect them to win, they flake out so early. Like if Michigan State was an 8 seed, I'd say they probably make it to the Final Four. But since they're a 2 seed, I don't know, man. Who would y'all say? Because we already talk about y'all path. There's a path for UNC to go far in that region. But who do y'all see in that region that outside of I guess Auburn? Is it really Auburn and?
It might be Michigan, like you said, man.
Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, Michigan. Yeah, I would not be surprised if Michigan makes a run in this bracket.
Yeah, because like Michigan and Michigan State to me were like and Maryland, y'all the three best teams in the Big Ten. From what I saw, like, on like, the eye test, like y'all were the three teams that were the best to me. But yeah, like so, I think Michigan State. They have enough to be able to get to the Final Four. Will they? I don't know. I mean, like Tom Izzo is a legendary coach. He got one early on in Michigan State, but I just don't like. Just history just tells you that even when they have like these stacked teams, I remember they've had stacked teams and they lost in like the Sweet 16 or Elite Eight. You know
because the funny thing is like. And no, Bryant, another team with the Mathograph. Shout out to the Math, by the way.
Y'all everywhere.
Yeah, like we seen in the last few years, just because you're a 1 seed and a 2 seed, don't give y'all automatic dub no more.
No,
like that's out the window now. So, like, Michigan State should be wary of Bryant. Auburn, I think Auburn's safe. Because, it's just unfortunate HBCUs don't fare well in the March Madness tournament. They might be able to win like the play-in game or anything like that, but I think the last HBCU team that kind of went far was Norfolk State.
Norfolk State when they beat Missouri,
yeah, and they're here, but they got to play Florida. So, I expect Auburn to win their first game, and then we see it between Louisville and Creighton who they got to see, but. Like they alluded to, if Louisville beats Creighton and that game is in Lexington, they on upset alert because don't ever discredit a crowd and how many people would show up knowing that we only gotta go a couple hours down the road to see our team play. So
yeah,
so that's gonna be real interesting.
Yes, indeed.
Well, shoot, man, is there anything else we need to talk about? NCAA wise with this bracket, man. I mean, like I said, I think it's gonna be a good tournament, man. Like I feel a couple out. I got some money on some of these shits, man. I need the parlays to hit and everything. Like,
I need to put some parlays on this. I need to put some money on my FanDuel and get some parlays going.
Not bracket wise, but here in Charlotte, obviously this weekend, the College Invitational tournament. The new, I guess you can call it the new CIAA that they're attempting to do. Just the first time that they're doing it. It's not just going to be CIAA teams, but you're also going to be getting teams from the SWAC. You're going to be getting teams from the MEAC as well. So we're going to get a little mixture of all black colleges. So if you're in the Charlotte area or you're planning a trip to come down here, I definitely say come out and support because we definitely want to see stuff like that continue. It's highlighting our black schools. So definitely show up for that.
Good plug-in, Corey. Good shit. We probably don't have enough time to talk about it, but me, BT, and Dave, we're gonna be big advocates. Watch that women's tournament this year because it's gonna be some smoke this year again. We didn't have enough time to break it down, but all I can tell you is we're gonna see some usual suspects this year again. But let me tell you, it's gonna be some real good games once we start getting to the Sweet 16 round. That's all I'm gonna say. Once we start getting to the Sweet 16, it's gonna be some heavy hitters, man.
I say there's legit like six, 7 teams that could possibly win it all. And I know that South Carolina's upset that they're not the overall number 1 seed. They have a right to be upset. I feel like they probably should have been number 1 overall.
I'm good with UCLA. I'm good with UCLA being number one overall. Actually,
I feel like it made sense. I think it made sense how the order went. I know USC. I mean, it's what they were complaining about. To the media saying that USC is scared of UConn, please miss me with that. USC, why the hell would USC be scared of UConn? Like they beat us in December in a close game. Like I remember Juju had like an elbow jumper and one that kind of sealed the deal. Like they obviously have one of the best players in the country. They saw us last year in the Elite Eight. Although like I'm flattered that USC might be scared. They're not scared because we're gonna have to see each other anyway. Once we get to that point, like no matter where we were put in the bracket, like we were gonna have to see like our teams, like whether you're USC, UConn, Texas, LSU. Like,
you're not ducking nobody. You're not ducking. Like you're not ducking nobody.
Yeah, like you're gonna like South Carolina. You're gonna have to see them at some point. Like you're gonna have to see them like later on in life. So like there's no like why would you be scared, man? But all I'm gonna say is that UConn, this is the year for us to win the chip. Like it's been 9 years. When Denzel Washington and Malcolm X was talking about that brother starving, he was talking about me. I'm starving. I need a chance.
But the men been winning, so you should be good.
Hey, yo, you a funny motherfucker, man.
No, I would say.
Man, look at what happened on our watch, BT. Look at what's happened on our watch.
Yeah.
Notre Dame done got a chip. South Carolina done built a damn dynasty.
Yeah.
Baylor done got one. LSU done got one.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. We need to restore some order.
Nah, we need to take back what's on.
I will say this about UConn, and people need to understand this because they obviously had potential to be a number one seed. And honestly, I will put them over Texas at this point of the season as a number one overall seed because the UConn team that USC saw in December is not the same team that they are now. Mm-hmm. Sarah Strong is more established. AC Flood is finally healthy. And that's been the biggest thing about UConn. We want to see a healthy AC Flood playing with a healthy Paige Beckers. And I think they finally going to have that going into this tournament. So that's going to be really, really key, especially when they get into these later rounds and they play all these good teams like USC and Kentucky and all these other teams. But for the sake of it, I do want to say, even though we got to face USC, shout out to the UNCG women, man. Shout out to our girls, man. Shout out to our girls, man.
Keep it close.
I think they did us wrong putting us against USC, but fuck it, it's whatever, man. Fuck it, it's whatever, man.
Listen,
hey, if I take that early lead, take a picture.
I'm gonna put that shit on my wall.
It's real.
Hey, Cena. That was the same way you say, Cena, stop the count.
Hey, we had this lead, you know what I'm saying? Like, our girls did our thing.
Hey, it's up there, but as soon as I see we up 2-0, I'm gonna pull a Rudy Gobert. Hey, we gotta evacuate the arena. We got we got pathogen. We got a pathogen in the arena, and they go like, hey man, we can't go back to the game. We gotta move forward because of these other teams.
We gotta move forward.
Hey, I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it, son.
It's time sensitive, man. We gotta move on.
I'm cool with it, son. I was like, y'all not trying to have Bama's play 2 games in one day, or y'all not that insensitive, are you? Hey, man, it's a tough cookie, man. Y'all should score that first basket. That's all I'm saying. Nah, I'm definitely pushing Mount Buffalo Wild Wing buttons for that game, bro. I got to see who the refs are. I'm trying to pay some people. My taxes hit, so I'm gonna pay some refs off.
Yeah,
I know that.
Hey, man. The game's in LA too.
I'm bringing the biggest goon in the game, Corey. I gotta get Scott Foster in this joint, bro.
End of the Sandman.
Go get Tim Donaghy out of retirement, man.
Hey,
I'm pulling all this stuff.
You get Tim like a stack, you good. He gonna make it shake. I'm gonna make it shake.
I said, man, flip this joint for me. I'm gonna pull a call in to Jonte Porter, see what we gotta do, man.
Roger on the line.
Parlay Rose. Gotta talk to my man Parlay Rose, man. You already know what time it is.
Yeah. Hey, they call that man a terrorist. Terrorist is crazy.
Oh shit.
But yeah, man. Now, like not only about the women's tournament, but all of the women's hooping that's been going on between the upcoming draft. So coming to me, y'all, they be like, "Hey, when y'all gonna get?" Because content was the women. I promise y'all, we gonna get to it. But 25, it's so much content that we just gotta cover. So we try to keep these episodes to at least an hour and some change. But I promise y'all, we're gonna get that content to y'all. We're gonna drop it. It's gonna be some pack. It's gonna be some fire pack. It's gonna be like Ghost and Tyreek finally working together as a father-son duo that never happened. But hey, man. It is what it is, but we got y'all. We got y'all.
Sir.
But man, as always, we appreciate y'all tuning in, viewing our episodes, man. As Dave alluded to, we're gonna be dropping more content. We got a few. We're gonna try. We're gonna bring the rank corners back. Honestly, we've been getting our shit off in these episodes, but I know there's a few stuff where to the side we just gotta talk about. We got baseball season coming up. Well, it's in swing now. NHL is about to be in the postseason. NBA postseason is around the corner.
Hey, Capitals tied for the best record in the NHL, bro.
Hey, man. I promise you, as soon as Ovi breaks that record, give me the spotlight. Give me the motherfucking spotlight, because this shit means something to me, man.
How about you? You might need you on video. You might need you on rank.
Matter of fact, that's gonna be something that I'm gonna queue up, because look, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna save it because no teaser today. I'm gonna just save it. Y'all just have to be on the lookout for that joint. But look, man, as T say, man, subscribe to the pod, man. We on all these different platforms, man. Like, comment, hey, man. If y'all want to smoke, come up here, man. We ain't ducking for nobody, dog. If you don't like what we say, hey, let us know. Bring your ass up here. We don't care. Hell, we go on your platform. We can talk on Twitter. We can talk on Facebook, Instagram. Hey, man, we got accounts all over this bitch. So, hey, I promise we not beefing nobody with this, but this how we talk. But we got smoke for everybody, bro. We low key, we just a bunch of DK Metcalf and George Pickens on this bitch, bro. We crash out on everybody anytime.
Hey, man, I'm about to say, if you're just new to this, man, we basically just the Black Pack McAfee show. That's
hey, real talk, real talk.
Real for real.
Go ahead and go out there and fill y'all brackets out, man. Put them parlays in. Vegas, I know, it's turned up. They're so happy that March Madness is back in full swing. Hey, man, the number one rule with filling out this bracket: if you think it's legit, you might want to go the opposite way. And the team, if you feel like a conference is going to dominate the tournament, you're probably going to be wrong.
No,
that's all. That's a few advices I can give you. But hey, we did all that breakdown. We could do all this shit, and then next thing you know, we probably got high point in the goddamn Final Four. So look, man, it's a toss up at this point. But look, we always go. We doing this for fun. We doing this for y'all. And
I don't
look,
know, man. The bracket might be cooked by happy hour on Thursday, bro.
Hey, so. You know what I'm saying, bro? by the time I get back on my bus to get back home, I'm like, damn, so I already got 3 L's on this joint, bro. Like clockwork. But hey, man, as always, we appreciate y'all. I got my boy D, Dr. Esquire Day. I got 910's finest, my boy BT, and then I got, of course, one of UNCG's finest, my boy C Note, man, pulling up for the fall. This is straight from PG, straight PG County shit, man. Let's go, Maryland Terps, men and women. Let's show out this season, man. Hey, this is Sass and 4. We out.